one. Hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast, where today we are talking about episode 2 of Neon Genesis Evangelion. I'm Nick, with me are Alex and Josh.
Hello.
Hello there.
So this is last episode was a lot of build up. This is the payoff episode.
I think to be fair, it kind of still held back.
It did.
I'm not sure this was as much payoff as I wanted out of it.
We're
Because
gonna
there's
get
still a lot of setup. Most of the mid part of this episode is setup.
It is a lot of setup. We're gonna get more though. Again, this entire show is build up to a very interesting climax.
Okay.
It works on so many levels, right?
Yeah,
it works on a lot of levels. It works on a lot of levels. It works on a lot of levels, huh, Josh? I thought that one out for a while.
I feel like you had that one loaded in the holster.
I have a lot of
Or at
climax
least a little
jokes
bit.
loaded. I have a lot of climax jokes loaded.
Now you're making me feel like I need to watch ahead just so that I get some of the jokes.
No, dude, this is the best experience. Watching it with someone who knows way more about it than you. 1 second, my dog is being
How is
fussy.
this a superior experience? I feel like I'm part of the joke, not
No.
Oh no, it's
we get
good.
the enjoyment of seeing what we saw.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
We're
in this show.
reliving our experience through you at this point.
I thought about binging it.
I don't blame you.
You
It's
can't.
honestly a very bingeable show.
Well, I don't disagree, but I thought that for the integrity of the podcast, that it would be worthwhile for me to experience them episode by episode as we go along. Which is making this a little bit more difficult because this is of all that we've watched. I think that this selection of shows for those watching this episode, please watch our Jeet episode.
I don't know which
they're
one's gonna come out first.
They're really good at. Well, you don't know when people experience things.
That's fair.
But yeah, they're both very, as you call them, bingeable.
Oh yeah, I
wanted to, it was all that I could do to stop Netflix from being like, you want to see the next one, right?
Yeah.
You want to see the next one? Watch the fucking next one.
Yep. I will say, right now,
That was so
you are.
It was. My Netflix was all up in my grill.
I will say, Alex, right now you are probably in the best sweet spot for what we're watching. Josh and I are struggling.
It's just gonna get worse from here. You're gonna hate it.
Josh and I are struggling with the show that he and I are watching on our own right now. Gamera Rebirth sucks, and I will openly talk about how bad it is. It fucking sucks.
I kind of want to sit in just to listen to you bitch.
Dude, it's so fucking difficult to watch episodes. Out of the
is it a Toei thing? Where is Gamera from?
It's a Toho property.
Toho, okay.
Yeah. Out of the shows we're watching, right? So for the
same
the
company that has brought us such classic as Gunhead.
The true, yes.
I feel like now you're just mentioning it to trigger me.
Yes.
Yeah. Now for the viewers out there, we are watching currently. When we're recording, we are towards the tail end of Ultraman Arc. We are also watching Jeed, this show, and Gamera Rebirth. So we have 4 shows we're watching. Out of those, we have Jeed and Neon Genesis Evangelion, which I say are both very quality shows. Arc, which is fun but kind of forgettable, and Gamera Rebirth, which takes so much effort to sit down and watch. Josh and I were supposed to record an episode over the weekend, and I just straight up was like, no, I haven't watched the episode. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it.
Just don't want to.
I'm the one that's prepared.
Yeah, you were ready for it, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't watch it right now. The faces just bother me so much. They just bother me.
This is such a group effort of a podcast.
Yeah, dude, that show's just so hard to watch. The human characters just look like dog shit.
Man, I can't especially these days. I'm so glad I didn't watch Gamera. I cannot handle the ones that are
Oh yeah.
a struggle bus to get through.
And here's the thing: it's only 6 episodes, but it's a rough 6 episodes.
It's only 6 episodes, and you're still having oh my god, no! I could
It's
not
so
have
bad.
handled that.
It's so bad.
It feels like you've been yelling about Gamera for at least 8 weeks.
We have
I
been
cannot
watching it
believe
for
it's
2
6
weeks.
episodes.
We've watched it for 2 weeks. We have been watching it for 2 weeks, and I am
It feels
struggling.
like forever.
Oh yeah, it's
But we
rough.
will say his movies are great.
Yeah, the movie.
His Heisei movies
so
are
weird.
great.
Yeah.
How is that a thing?
Oh, dude. It's because they used live action and suits instead of animating poorly done characters.
Suitmation always for the win.
I feel like you're really having a problem with the art style.
It's okay. We can talk about it. I will say humans awful, kaiju great.
Weird
Yep.
that they're not uniform, but
Yep.
okay.
You can tell where they put a lot of their budget.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Guess
though,
so.
we got to focus up on the good show right now. So, this episode starts with Shinji is in the Ava. Ava Unit 1 is is up out of the ground, ready to fight the Angel. They
So I'm already mad because there's so many. Okay, this is an argument we had last episode, and I will stand my ground on this shit. There are no lip flaps for at least 40% of this episode. The people speaking are not on screen when they are speaking. How there's zero reason why the freaking subtitles are absolutely different every single time. It makes no difference, no reason, and it's distracting.
That's fair.
It's not a lip flap thing. I can see your reasoning, and that's fair. But when they're not on screen, the mismatch of the subtitles and the words makes no sense to me, and it's crazy making.
It's fair. I get that.
It. Okay.
There's a reason why Netflix has their own dub.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have their own subs. Why?
Yeah.
Just make your own sub.
That's why I'm watching the old version.
Where is
the
it?
Better.
Is it on YouTube?
No, I bought it.
Yeah, no, I also own the DVDs from the 2000s. Yeah, I own
I feel like if I went out
cool
and bought it,
set.
if I bought the DVD now, I feel like I would run the risk of it not being.
No, you
I'm
get
gonna
the
be
Blu-ray.
honest. I don't know how easy that is to get anymore.
Walmart. Actually, you can find it at Walmart.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Not an endorsement, but it sounds good.
Cool. Anyway,
yeah, they have a small anime section, and yeah, you can typically find it there.
Huh.
That might be because I feel like this would be worth owning. So that doesn't bother me. I'm getting so sick of this Netflix stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. So anyway, Risco's real psyched that the Ava's walking. So Shinji makes it take a step, and it's like, all right, cool. Let's take another step. And fuck.
Yeah, it's like baby's first step.
Yeah, immediately face plants.
It's Boston Dynamics in the early days.
Yeah. Alex, did you expect this to be how this episode started?
Kinda, yeah, actually.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I kind of got the impression that we pick up with the initial piloting of the Ava, and I literally didn't expect him to do any better than faceplant, having had no context, let alone no training.
I will say this. This was actually pretty it wasn't. I don't know if it was the first time this had happened, but this is a relatively new thing when this happened, where most mech anime, the kid gets inside of the mech and they just somehow are an amazing pilot. This is one of the early examples of he gets in and he's just dog shit when he first tries to do anything. It's actually kind of.
Why wouldn't you start there? There's so much more storytelling that you could shove in between those moments.
Because usually it's a do or die situation.
Chosen one thing, probably.
It's usually a do or die. Yeah, it is a chosen one thing too. Which, but yeah. So this also establishes a couple of things. First of all, when the angel breaks the Ava's arm, uh, it establishes Shinji is feeling it too. That the neural link they have, basically, its pain is his pain.
Yeah, you feel through your mind. It's not actually breaking your arm, but you're gonna feel like it is.
Yep. It also establishes that there's some sort of field, which we get later on in the episode, that the Ava is supposed to be able to generate a force field of some kind that it is not doing right now. And it establishes that whole arm break thing, that this isn't like a giant robot. This is some sort of organic machine.
I don't feel
Like
like they
a
make it
cyborg.
obvious that it's an organic being until way later in this episode.
See, I feel like that like when it actually breaks the arm and you see it like swing, but it doesn't like shatter it, like it's in something. Like
Yeah.
that's what the way I viewed it, at least.
Okay.
But
I
that
feel
might
like
also just.
yeah, that's a fair assumption.
Mhm. Then we get the fucking pile bunker thing, where it just starts slamming that giant spike into the Ava's eye over and over again
Yeah.
until it busts
That
through.
is a metal ass attack.
Oh, it's so fucking cool. This is a really good early enemy design, in my opinion. This is like a solid. This show has really interesting designs for the monsters, the angels. This is a really good early one, in my opinion. Like it does a really good job of making it intimidating, but also somewhat familiar feeling, if that makes sense. Like it's not. We're gonna get some weird designs later on. This isn't that weird yet.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's trying to make you feel like it's odd, like unsettling.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be odd if we got anything like biblically accurate angels.
Yeah, we'll totally never get that.
Not once.
But yeah, so then we get
They're-
Shinji in the
If
hospital.
you
In the
go
next
by
scene.
the description in the book, they are weird.
Just
They're
wait.
they're winged eyeballs.
I mean, just wait. We're gonna get some weird shit. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna get some real fucking weird shit eventually. I'll tell you when we get to my
Read your own
favorite
book.
one. I'll tell you when we get to my favorite one. That's what I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Which
next
one
scene.
is your favorite?
It's Shadow. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I like that one a lot. I
Yeah.
think that's a fun character. I think that's a fun one. Anyway though, so Shinji's in the hospital is our next scene, and he's just laying in the hospital bed for like an extended period of time. I think it's like 10 or 15 seconds where he's just laying there, and then it cuts to him sitting up for a while too, where we get like this long sequence of him just in his hospital bed doing nothing.
Yeah, this anime really plays with pacing.
Yeah. Some of that's from necessity. Some of that is from Ano really likes to do like a push pull with tension, and
Yeah.
having Shinji like go from that fight to just this long scene of him in the hospital is his style of, well,
I mean, it's meant to be juxtaposed, clearly.
yeah, and that
And
Shinji also
he's
feels out of place, like he doesn't know where he is.
I don't know the ceiling.
Yep. And we get a scene of a bunch of men in a dark room with color coordinated lighting talking to each other.
They're clearly on an assignment board.
Oh yeah. And they make a point of saying like, yeah, it's good that this happened though, because now we know that our investments weren't for nothing. Turns out we were right to give you all this money. Turns out this defense budget that we gave you, now we're the smart ones. Yeah, Alex, it's exactly what you think.
Ah.
Yeah.
Damn it. This is so, like, of course, it's just yes, we must spread the disinformation as
Yeah,
well. Like,
I
it's
was
just
looking at that.
It's so fucking apropos.
Yep, I was looking at the we gotta start a disinformation campaign. Yeah, no, this is
It seems like we feel like the world we're living in right now is unique and new, and it's not.
I know.
This
Aw.
shit is like just like media is meant to tell a story, and this right here is a warning.
Hmm.
A lot of the dystopian future stories that we tell are warnings, not fucking power fantasies, you jackasses.
Yep.
God
That
damn. This
that
is
goes.
really like I was reading this and like hearing the
Yep.
clearly not the same words in the dub and just going, "Oh, yep, yep. This is what 90 when was this made?"
Gosh, this was what was this 90? I want to say 96, but I could be wrong.
I was gonna say 95,
It's
96.
not as old as us, but close.
Uh, this was first released in yeah, 95. You're right, Al. You're right, Josh. It started in 95. It ended in 96.
Yeah.
So this episode would have
Haha!
been like the second week of October of 96 of 95.
So this would have been the Clinton era.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
These aren't like yes, it's bad now. I'm not discounting how it is
mhm.
now because it's crazy out there.
Oh yeah.
But we saw this shit coming. If you would just look,
Hmm.
just look, read
Uh,
the stories that we tell.
so I will say, how did you like that also? Uh, just like a little moment that I really appreciated is Misato is switching through the channels and they're all showing the same news broadcast.
With a different narrator with a slightly different narrative.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally
And
the
like
exact same.
like what does she references like a plan something or other?
Yeah. Yeah, and that they're trying to bury the facts.
Yeah, so it's like she's aware of this is the result of the disinformation
Oh, well,
campaign.
she works for this, like she works for Nerve. She knows exactly what the protocols are. She knows
Right.
that they're going to try to spread disinformation to keep people from knowing exactly what's going on. Yeah,
Scenario
I just appreciated that.
B22.
Yeah, I appreciated that little moment. And then we get the,
Come on.
well, I mean, like,
This is very Orwellian
yeah,
already.
yeah. And I love also they're like, yeah, so like Unit 1 and Unit 0 both need repairs. Like, can't you do a better job? And you let your son pilot one of them. That seems like it's kind of a weird choice. Why'd you do that?
I hate them.
You don't understand. This kid is a
Well, aren't
fucking
you both
asshat.
just power and resource hungry?
I mean,
I wish
considering,
my son was never born. It's a disappointment.
yeah, I mean, considering we get the reveal of,
I'd pilot it if I was a boy.
yep. Uh, Now considering we get in this episode the reveal that I didn't remember this for sure last episode, but this confirms, Shinji has just lived alone for a very long time.
Oh yeah, this is clearly what you said last episode. Like,
Yep.
yeah, it would have it wouldn't surprise you if he had just been given an apartment to live on his own.
Yep. And
Yeah, that's absolutely what happened.
oh yeah, Gendo straight up talks about it that
Yeah,
they haven't lived together for a long time because they
and we
can't.
don't want to do anything otherwise.
Yeah, they literally cannot live under the same roof. And we're not given a reason why yet, but like they both know that it's just a better idea if they're not around each other outside of being at Nerve. So that's not going to come back to haunt anyone ever. Having a bad relationship with your father in anime never meant anything bad was going to happen.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to end up half dog, half child.
We're not watching that anime. It's okay, Alex.
Oh, thank.
That one doesn't. That one just barely falls into our purview. We're not going to stretch it that far.
That's taking it a little far, Josh.
What are you talking about? The fact that she just turned into a dog and you put into an Edward?
Yep.
Like that?
Yeah, but then we get some more scenes of Shinji just in a hospital, standing
Put her
around,
down at the...
looking at an albino in the fucking hallway.
with her one eye.
Yep. Like,
I don't think she has albinism.
She has albinisms.
her
Does she
eyes
have
are
red
red.
eyes?
She gets whiter as the series goes on.
Her
Are
eyes
her
are.
eyes red?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Okay, then she might have albinism.
Yeah, she's an albino. We can say it because it's true. But yeah,
Don't take away her albinoism, Alex.
It's albinism.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
So, Misato and Ritsuko go to the hospital, and they're like, yeah, so Shinji's physically fine, but his brain's all scrambled, so he doesn't remember how the fight went.
Have you tried shaking him?
Have you tried saying some fucked up shit to him and see if that gets him normal again? They specifically say his cranial nerves took a lot of strain in the fight.
I know how that is.
Yep.
You can still remember stuff fine. I mean, quit being a little bitch.
Yeah, and then Shinji has a flashback while he's staring at his arm because he's probably thinking this should be broken. Why isn't it broken?
Why doesn't my arm do this?
I need to break my arm so it's broken like it's supposed to be. And then we get cool shots of Tokyo.
Did you
Tokyo
notice,
3.
Did you notice the name of the ward that he's in?
I actually missed that. What was it?
It's literally first cranial nerves.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, yeah.
Stop.
And then we see them loading up a shit ton of fucking weapons.
I like weapons. I like weapons.
Yeah. Specifically, I think those are bullets that are being loaded up that are the size of Misato's body.
That is enormous.
Yeah.
To
They're not
have a
bombs.
Masato-linked weaponry.
And then we just get a long scene of Shinji and Misato looking at each other in the hospital. And then Shinji runs into his dad. And his dad and he just stare at each other for a really long
elevator?
time.
Okay,
Yep.
so I literally, when this scene happened, I was like, how funny would it be if the doors closed while they're just in the middle of the scene? And then it happened, I was like, God damn it.
Yep. It's like, oh shit. I love that, like, Shinji's like staring. Shinji's staring at his dad. Then he looks away and the door closes. Like, ah, fuck. I can't look at my dad. And now I can't look at him. I can't try to win it back now. He's gone. I missed my one chance to be a man.
And dad's just like, shit. Close.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, no, there's like a lot of, I mean, the shocker. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of tension between Shinji and his dad. That's going to be a main focus of this anime. Is that Shinji and his dad don't get along. And then,
I mean, he did just try to sacrifice him.
Yeah, that'll never happen again. He'll never get thrown in the robot again to fight something he's not ready for.
Yeah, and he definitely won't do it against his will.
Yep. So yeah, then Misato and Shinji and Gendo have a conversation while standing on a glass floor about how Shinji's gonna live on his own in a fucking apartment. And Misato's like, yeah, like, is that okay? Like, this doesn't seem like it would be healthy. And Shinji's like, oh no, that's cool. I'm used to it. I like being alone. It's what I've been my entire life. Misato's like,
yeah,
no.
I can't trust a teenage boy by himself.
Yeah, you don't understand. This kid's probably gonna kill himself if I leave him alone for too long.
Seriously, might have gone in a different direction.
Or the exact same direction if you think about it.
Hey, actually, yeah.
Yeah, so then Misato's like, all right, let's go to my place. You're living with me now. I'm gonna get drunk as fuck in front of you. And you have to deal with it as a 14-year-old.
You gotta pick up after me, you little shit.
You don't
You
understand.
you
I
could
pay the
have
bills,
been-
you keep me alive.
What does that mean?
Yes.
Yes.
He pilots
It's
the
a
robot.
thrill.
He pilots the robot, and he also makes sure that she doesn't drink
A
herself to
robot.
death. And then they go buy some food because they're gonna have a party. And by a party, it's gonna be the two of them alone in an apartment as she gets drunk in front of this 14-year-old.
Down.
Also, Slim
Didn't you say
Jims.
something like if you don't drink, like
Yeah,
it might be his choice?
yeah. No, like 100%. If there is a non-0% chance, she would have let him get drunk with her.
This is clearly Chainsaw Man right now.
Yeah.
No. No. She's just really bad with choices, but not onto that level.
I'm saying Masato has the Ghost Devil.
I mean, she is haunted by her past.
I'm not wrong. You heard it now.
I feel like that's almost every character in this anime, though. I'm just saying that now. All of them have demons that they've chosen not to go to therapy for.
Yeah, they've all got the semen in them.
Yep. Also, Tokyo comes out of the ground.
Tokyo 3.
Yeah. Tokyo 3
The
comes up
first
out of
two
the
got
ground.
ruined.
That is canonically what happened, yes.
Boy,
Yeah,
and
so
built
now they
Tokyo.
made...
And then
so-
it fell into the swamp.
Yeah.
And then I built up Tokyo 2 into the swamp. And then it also fell into the swamp. Then I took Tokyo 3 and it stayed up.
And then I sunk it on purpose. Because that's the only place it could be safe.
And then it caught fire, fell over,
Yep.
blew up, and then sank into the swamp.
Yeah. No, I do love that, like, their way of, like, oh, we're going to make sure that Tokyo doesn't get destroyed is we're going to build all these buildings so they retract into the ground. Everything goes in the ground.
It's literally the surface of a whack-a-mole table.
Yep, pretty much. Yep, everyone.
And we'll do it
How is
again.
this better?
Because when the angels show up,
We've
just gonna-
seen in the first episode that their primary weapon goes into the ground.
yeah, but think about this. We're just going to take
They don't know
Bikini
that.
Bottom and move it somewhere else. And that somewhere else is the ground.
Yeah. Can you think of a better place? No. Didn't think so. I burped.
You know, that idea is almost stupid enough to get us all killed.
Yep, quite literally, yes. Yeah.
Huh. Womp
Miss-
womp.
Misato's like, yeah, this is our city now. This is what you saved. Congratulations, you've saved us.
Did I tell you that I'm thirsty lately?
Yep. Did you tell me that? Did I tell you that I'm going to get really drunk in front of you at least once in this show? Let me tell you right now, it's not once.
I feel like we really underplayed how problematic Chainsaw Man was, though.
Oh yeah, no, like
What?
that's definitely not the most problematic thing we've watched. That one episode arc was way worse.
Yeah.
This Neon Genesis Evangelion has not risen to the level of Chainsaw Man yet.
Oh,
is what
just
I'm.
wait. No, just wait. We have plenty of time. This show has 25 episodes and a movie, and then 2 more movies.
Nick's just like, it's a slow burn. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, just wait.
And then we got the rebirth ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a movie, and then there's 4 more movies. But the 4 more movies are less fucked up than the original show.
Yeah, they made
and
everybody
movie.
good people, kinda. And
Debatable on some
I
level,
said
but yeah.
kinda.
Yeah. Anyway, though,
So
so then
they made it for me.
kind of it's basically I'm not as depressed
I
as I
just
used
want
to
the
be.
happy stories.
Oh no, 100%. I'm not as depressed as I used to be. I want to remake this. That's what Anno said. I'm not as depressed. Let me see if I can make a version of this that's not as depressing for me.
Okay, I actually am really interested in seeing that.
No,
We'll
you're not.
watch that after we watch the show proper. It is part of the Shin quadrilogy.
Because I'm actually, despite my hatred of some of the shit that George Lucas has done in his life, I'm actually not. I don't have a problem with revisionist art. Like, you go through different phases in your life.
I am fine with it as long as the original still exists. It's when you try to
Exactly what I was
bury
going
it.
to say. Thank
Yep.
you.
As
Yeah,
long.
that's the thing that I hate most about what George Lucas has done
Mhm.
is he's erased his originals, and he's erased his interstitials, and it's just like this living organism of a piece of work, and I
Yep.
hate that. Like,
Mhm.
give me versions.
Yep.
Keep intact the original creation, warts and all.
Yep.
Come on, man.
That's
Yeah,
why.
general warts and all.
Yeah. It's why I like that there's 5 cuts of Blade Runner, and you can buy a box set that's all 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's great.
Yep. Anyway, Shinji walks into the
Fucking
apartment
love Blade
because
Runner.
now he's gonna. It's such a good movie.
I've actually never seen Blade Runner.
It's such
Why
a
didn't
good
you
movie.
tell me when you stayed with me for fucking 2 weeks?
It didn't come up. I don't know what to tell you.
So anyway, Shinji walks into his new home. And he's like, "I'm home," and she's like, "Welcome home. Let's get fucked up. Look at my apartment and see all the alcohol I've been drinking."
And it's a very clean apartment, as you
Yeah.
can tell as well.
This is a little excessive.
I mean, we're gonna learn that this is very Misato, considering she has a fucking drawer she pulls out that is just beer. After they
It
went
looked
to
like an
buy,
entire door in her refrigerator.
they went out to buy more beer on the way here, which means she does not think she has enough.
Or she might be one of those people who wants to always have stock. Like, I want. This is what I need to replenish.
Yep. You don't
Stop
understand.
it.
If it ever
Being
gets
very
less,
judgy.
you don't understand. There's a space in this drawer that should have a beer in it. I need to make sure that doesn't happen. If it's not
Otherwise, I start to remember things
yeah,
I don't want to.
yeah, that's 100% her character. Yes. But yeah, so then she gets fucked up with this 14-year-old.
Eat your microwave meal and like it.
All right.
TV dinner.
I'm pretty buzzed. You need to make sure you're eating. Also, every time I move, just
Jiggle.
jiggle. Yeah, I was gonna say jiggle physics exist in this show.
And then ass.
There's a few framing choices that they chose because this was aimed at teenage boys.
I was gonna say, like, without a camera, this still has the male gaze.
Yep,
And also the guy was just like, I like grow butts.
yep. And then they play rock paper scissors a lot.
By the way this was going, I half expected it to be like strip rock paper scissors, and I was like, please stop.
Again, could have happened.
Oops, I won. Ma'am, I don't think you're playing this right. Shut up.
Yep. And then
Have you never heard of house rules?
she's like, "Hey, you're a boy. Fucking act like a man. God damn it. You might be 14 and I'm an adult woman. Act like a goddamn man." As she bullies him into acting like a man, and then tells him to go take a bath.
Because you stinky.
This feels very Chainsaw Man.
Oh yeah, no,
Yet
100%.
again.
And then we get a penguin.
What the fuck was this?
Hey, you treat Pin right.
Yep. Pen is a valuable member of this family.
There's so much drawing resources spent on this fucking penguin.
Yep. And that one can of beer that keeps this from being a very different rating of a TV show.
Okay, the fact that she takes away the bigger can for the smaller can was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's great. It's such a good gag.
That was a funny gag. I'm like, that made that whole bit worthwhile just for that one. All right, fine, you got it. Make it funny. That's what you need to do if you're gonna make this a weird bit. Make it funny.
Oh yeah.
She does look away. No, because I'm just saying she's polite.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like,
Yeah. So then Shinji actually takes his bath, and he's like,
but Dad.
I tend to have horrifying flashbacks anytime I take a bath. Well, time to have the nightmares.
Nightmare.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get a brief glimpse of Ava Unit 0, which is in a powered down room with a destroyed laboratory next to it, as Ritsuko asks how Rei's doing. And that's where we get...
He have no legs.
He has no legs and must scream.
Yes. We also find out that while Gendo did not visit his son in the hospital, he's visited Rei.
A lot.
Yep. And he knows when she'll be healthy again. That she'll be back on her feet in 20 days or so. He did not bother to visit his own son.
Alex, I see you making that face. I know what you're thinking. Don't worry. It's completely sexual.
Yeah. He has a thing for that albino.
What is happening?
Yes.
Don't worry. It's more like a father-daughter relationship.
Why not both?
For good reasons, Nick.
So anyway, then we get Shinji.
Not Alabama father and daughter. Yeah. God.
So then we get Shinji listening to an MP3
they're
player.
Not really related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Shinji. I shouldn't say MP3 player. He's clearly listening to a cassette player, but still. Get ready for that, because you're going to see him listen to that cassette player a lot. That is how he tries to disassociate.
Yeah.
I really empathize with this.
Yep. And then
he turns it on. He just.
I'm still wearing my headphones.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
And then Misato and Ritsuko talk while Misato is in the bath. And they're talking about
they recap on whether she's being a predator.
Yep. And hey, he killed that angel. That's pretty cool. And Shinji's like, this is another suit.
Okay, wait a minute. That whole you're talking about when she goes in and knocks on the door, right?
Yeah.
Was that not literally the scene from Airplane? I just want to let you know, we're all counting on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Literally.
Yep. Except way worse, because this is an adult woman who was drunk and fresh out of the bath telling a 14-year-old, hey, the fate of the world rests on your shoulders. Don't fuck this up.
People are watching you.
Yep, everyone's watching you. If you fuck this up, we all die.
Also, I'm in the next room. I'm still naked. Bye.
Yep. It did have that context too. Yeah, so then we get the flashback to how the fight went, because now Shinji remembers, and this is his flashback to remembering, where we see the Ava has the whole head wound thing. It looks like it's shutting down and he can't do anything. And then
synchronizing or something.
Yeah, desynchronizing. All right, we got to rescue the pilot. We can't get this thing to do anything. We can't eject him. He's fucked. Oh god. And then Shinji just full on freaks out in that thing. And its fucking jaws open up so it can scream.
And it's got teethers.
Yep. It's again, I know for a fact I have this thing with its jaws opening as a shirt and a hoodie. I don't know where the hoodie is. The shirt is in the other room. It's an athletic shirt, so I can wear it at the gym.
Hell yeah.
You gotta say, I love the combat art.
Yep, the acrobatics of
Like
it
the fact
jumping.
that it flips into its first attack was freaking slick.
Yep. I love the brutality too, like of it, like tearing through the AT field.
What does AT stand for?
I don't remember off the top of my
ATF.
head.
Short for ATF.
Yep. They just took a letter off. But
Sure.
specifically, the Ava and the Angel both generate these fields, and the Ava's field is corroding the Angel's one, so it can tear through it.
It looked like it almost like harmonized with it.
Mm-hmm. Then,
like Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah. Then it fucking blasts him with another cross beam, and the Ava's response is to grab both of its arms and break them. Like, ha, you did this to me. You can go fuck off. This hurt me. Now yours are broken. And then it hits it so hard that a building moves along with it. One of the coolest scenes. Just slams into
Where
it.
it just you just see the building go.
Yeah, the building's just shifting along as it's running. So
you don't see the Angel, you don't see the Ava, you just see the building go.
Yep. Then it starts pounding away at its core, rips off its ribs.
Yeah, I was gonna say it uses its own body against it.
Yep. Starts chipping away at its core with its own rib, and this thing, like, knowing that it's going to die, wraps its body
By this point,
around
we
it.
have not seen our protagonist in a while, so like he's not in control.
Oh
no, this thing was, protecting him. Obviously,
it went berserk, I think, is what they said.
Oh yeah. Although Shinji's also just kind of a freak, so maybe it was him.
Yeah.
And then it explodes, and a giant cross shoots up into the sky.
Shinji is a pervert, so living with that older woman.
And then they see. I love the way this is shot because it's animated, because this is like ominous as the Ava walks through the wreckage, like the camera catches it, and everyone in the control center is staring at this thing like, oh fuck, is it, like, what do we do now? Maybe
this is its true form, I think is what it said, right?
Well, not only that, like, are we gonna have to worry about this thing killing us now? Did we just switch one monster for another?
Like, so are the Avas just repurposed angels? We gotta find out.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, then they're like, hey, everything's back to normal. Let's get him out of there. As the helmet armor falls off of the Ava, and then Shinji turns and looks at it and sees this fucking abomination as it regrows its eye, which looks very much like a vagina for a second.
Yeah. Oh my god, Alex, you were right.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I take back the stupid thing.
Yeah. And Shinji just lays there staring at the ceiling, remembering all this.
Remembrance.
And then we get the, hey, everyone's counting on you. You saved the world. You're going to do this again every week for the next half year.
You're going to do this every week for the next 25 episodes.
Yep.
I'm now not going to be able to see Masato without seeing Leslie Nielsen.
Well, that's going to make some
it's just
awkward
Leslie
arousal.
Nielsen's head on
It'll
her
be
body.
really weird.
Yeah, you're going to be real uncomfortable with your arousal. Congratulations on that one.
Yeah, I already knew that going in.
Yep.
Who's uncomfortable about this?
I love Leslie Nielsen, just not like that.
Well, now you
Put
love
his
him a
head on
different
her
way.
body.
So yeah, next time on Neon Genesis Evangelion,
Call me Shirley.
Shinji goes to school. So yeah, next time Shinji's gonna go to high school.
If
It's a
that's
high
not the end of
school
the
drama
episode, I don't
now.
know what is.
All right, so Alex, what do you think is gonna happen for the rest of the series now?
What?
Yep,
Yeah.
he goes to high school next episode. What do you think is gonna happen now? Is
He
it
goes
gonna
to
just be?
high school next episode? Okay, I have no, absolutely not.
Yeah. How else will he get an education?
Yeah, he's still a
We
teenager.
care about his education.
Yes.
I mean, Misato cares. I don't think his father cares, but Misato cares about his education.
Well, she's grooming him. She doesn't want a dummy.
You said it, not me. You were the one that established it, not me.
Yeah. This is
Yep,
not
you were the one
canon.
who set this up earlier with the whole like, "Come at me, bro. There's only two options."
Yep.
There are only two options, but she wants older guy.
Not that I could see in this, in what we've been shown thus far.
I think deep down, Misato just wants someone to care about her, but
Yeah.
she's not ready for that because she doesn't love herself yet.
That's deep, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so next time Shinji's going to high
Ow.
school.
No. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, bye-bye.
Bye.
That seems so out of left field.